So this is going to be a very short session, right? And what I talked about, MCP servers, people building their own stuff, it's a little bit more technical, so bear with me. This is going to be just some AI doing some work, so it's very boring. And so that's why, meanwhile, I'll tell you a story. And the story goes that I actually went and tried this experiment where I asked an AI to do something and I asked my team to do something and then explained the process of how both of these things went. And so what we did is we took C-Line, which is a open source coding agent, just like Cursor, Windsurf, and many others. And I added the MCP server here. And I have a couple more, like I have the Slack MCP server, I have the Acceldata MCP server. And I asked a question, can you check Acceldata and score the assets for GDPR compliance? I would then like you to prepare a GDPR compliance dashboard, make it interactive and compliance ready. So before this kicks off, what do I ask my team to do? Exactly the same thing. I said, hey, look at Acceldata. We dock food, so we have our internal services. We said, look at Acceldata, check all the assets for GDPR compliance, and then go ahead and create me a GDPR compliance report. So while this is running, let me tell you the story of how that went. So the first thing I asked the team is saying, hey, we are not in Europe. What is GDPR? I'm like, I don't know. What is GDPR? Why don't you go and figure it out? So the project manager, program manager goes to ChatGPT, tries to find GDPR, and they says, hey, I got some information, but I'm not really sure what to do with it. So why don't you look and research on the internet? So he went, did a deep research, blew a bunch of tokens, took a long time, and then came up with a long document spec. I took the spec, I gave it to my engineering leader, and then said, hey, this is a GDPR spec, why don't you go ahead and implement it? They said, okay, but we need to do some sort of estimation on what needs to be done. Let's go sit down with the business analyst who's going to break it all down into stories, and each of the stories will then be mapped out, and people are going to go, how many days? 1 day, 2 days, 3 story points, 4 story points, 5 story points. But what I forgot that my QE team was busy releasing something else. At this point, they didn't even know what was going on. So then I called a meeting and I called the QE guys and they said, why are you doing this project? We don't do any GDPR work. We are a technology company. Then I had to explain to them that I need to come here to California, give a demo. They need to set this up, make sure that I time it all reasonably well. They said, okay, we can do it, but they didn't have the tools. So they went, read about GDPR, came back, and by the time all this was happening, the dashboard on the AI side was ready. So, I didn't cover the design language discussions on what should be the color, what should be UI, what should be the chart. So the team is still on it, but I can describe what C-Line did. So it created a GDPR dashboard, looked at Acceldata, figured something out, made it interactive. You have everything that you need in about 5 minutes. I sped it up 2x. This video is 2 minutes and 40 seconds. And since it's 2, all of this was with the Acceldata MCP done in about less than 5 minutes. So that's the transformative power of AI that we are actually talking about, right? Where you can get your work done. It knows everything that it has to do. It knows about GDPR, it knows about compliance, it knows about UI design, it knows what looks good, it knows how to build a chart, it knows how to access data, it knows how to work with Acceldata. And now you can essentially get most of what you want to do done without having to spend so much effort to actually do it, right? So that's all I wanted to talk about. I hope you enjoyed the demo. We had a lot of fun, interesting times building it. A lot to learn, a lot to discover. And, please visit our booth to actually see it in action. Ask any question that you're interested in. We'll be happy to answer. Thank you.
Today, I hope you enjoyed the demo, and this is what I was referring to, that, the power of AI is transformative. We were doing some demos last week, and even those demos weren't as good as this. So this is the rate at which, things are changing. So thank you, Ramon, Ashwin, Joe. Great demos, and we look forward to, seeing you at the booth. Thank you so much.